So you don't have to worry about rushing.
Shit like this brings the
Right, lads.
This is session 185.
It is 15 to go.
Mhm.
15 to go, guys. Quite sad.
We can go beyond that.
Well, yeah, but like, I want to get to 200 to be the official end. Anyway, anything ready?
Yeah. So last game we decided to head off to the tiers finally because we've been dicking around for long enough. So we took Valis with us because we didn't really know what to do with him. Headed along to the shoreline where Lynn was waiting for us in a boat. As we were about to get on the boat, Doria, the woman that Cass flirted with, appeared in a train conductor's cap, which Ulster thought was really funny.
Always wearing it.
Yeah, Ulster thought it was very funny and bullied her the entire way to the tiers, inadvertently. We arrived at the entrance to the tiers, which was kind of obvious from the weird, funky magic going on. And we had to decide what to do with Valis because Doral hadn't come to collect him, which is bad because it means that Sorellaras's mansion is not working normally, and apparently Sorellaras couldn't get the door open, which is also very bad. So we voted at first to send him into the mists and just see where he ended up, and then we realized that was probably a bad idea. So we dismissed the mists and we essentially said, all right, Valis, you're going to go back with Lynn to stay in Ulster's Druid Grove and be safe. So he agreed to go off with Lynn. We all basically teleported into the tiers and immediately realized that... Aylin, are you right? No sound issue. Okay. Basically, the tiers is a huge painite deposit, and the magic in there is very, very intense. Basically, we tested this by using some low-level magic, which has now resulted in Loran duplicating himself, with no discernible differences between the two duplicates. They are literally just two Lorans, who we now have with us. Ulster tried to use some flower magic and ended up covering the entire place in flowers, which is not good for anyone with hay fever. And we decided we're going to just keep the magic to a low level, because anything we cast is going to be hugely magnified and we don't necessarily know the results. Also, dispelling the magic that we cast will have a huge impact. When we thought, if Loran dispels his clone, would he dispel himself? We don't know. So we're not going to dispel the clone, we're just going to bring it with us. And we assumed a marching order and started off into the tiers, and we leveled up to level 19.
Yeah.
Hi, I have so many hit points, which is good because Emma's gonna attack him.
Well. Couple
On
of
169. Yay.
Yay. A couple of small details. Yes, so Valis did walk through a rift to get to you. He was in disguise as Sirius the Fawn, who you all met. Wait, no, hang on. Cass, did you meet the Fawn? Wait, what was the last thing you remember in the game?
It was when we went to the meeting and there was the flirting game. That was the last thing that I was there for.
Gotcha. But you'd missed 2 sessions before that as well, didn't you?
And then I missed 2 sessions before that, yeah.
Okay, right. So yeah, there was a Fawn. Valis took their face as a disguise. That was one thing. Doria is coming along because she was instructed to follow you. But she instead wants to openly follow you to go to the tiers and see what it's all about because they never got there. And I think that's probably the only details you need to know in terms of people with you. Valis is going to stay with a innkeeper who is helping you, so he's not an issue anymore.
He's not an issue anymore.
Well, maybe he is.
Doral is losing his mind.
And you did have trouble... You did have trouble contacting other planes of existence with him. I think other than that, yeah, the tiers looks like it's a location you can't navigate yourself out of. You have to be taken there. And the mists took you guys there. And it looks like the face of a woman carved out of stone with waterfalls pouring from each of her eyes. and you guys have walked behind one of the waterfalls, and you are now in an alcove with an urn in front of you. And I'm going to explain what that all is in a second, but first I'm going to go to the toilet because I didn't do that.
Oh, I will also use that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, so like I said in the previous game, all of you walk through the waterfall and emerge on the other side, feeling cool and refreshed and leveling up to level 19. But that to you as players, just as characters rather, just feels like a surge in magical energy or in physical capability that you were not expecting to feel. Rejuvenated, you look around and you find yourselves behind the waterfall where the stone has been eroded to almost resemble pillars in a concentric half circle. At the very center of this semicircle that you're standing in, the semicircle area you're standing in, is a large stone urn. And that is all that you see.
Arcana check the urn.
Arcana check.
Let me just get all of my dice out.
Yeah, I will also Arcana check.
Same. Join the party of Arcana checking.
Okay. It on.
All right. Okay.
Just opening all stars thing.
So 26 for Slia.
Okay.
A measly 19 for Cass.
Measly 19.
An 18 for all star.
18. Okay.
Well, with our pluses, those are measly. We actually rolled quite low then.
For sure.
Slia rolled a 12, but has a plus 14 to Arcana.
Jesus Christ.
All star rolled a 10, I think. Hold on.
I rolled an 8.
Y'all are mad.
I lost it.
But anyway, Stretch. As you
No, a 9. I forgot.
are you okay?
No, he rolled an 18, but I think he rolled a 9 on the dice. No, yes. Yes.
What do you need? What are you trying to discern? Did you roll a 9 or an 18?
9 plus 9 is 18, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I don't do the math stuff very often.
9s are my worst number.
Just like, is it 16? Is it 18? I don't know. And I don't laugh.
Can I tell you the way I learnt my 9 times table? So
Fingers.
1 times 9 is 9, right? Fingers? Oh, I didn't know. That confused me.
There's like a magic thing, like if you to like.
Yeah,
I'm not
1
gonna do it
times
now,
9 is 9, 2 times 9 is 18, 3 times
Yeah.
9 is 27. Yeah. But I know that now. But that confused me.
36.
You minus
45.
whatever the first number is from a 10 and add
Yeah,
it.
I know that.
Yeah. So it was like, okay, well, it's 3, so it's the third time I'm saying it, so it must be 27. Which is so ridiculous. But anyway.
You have to do maths to do maths, which sucks. Aelin's just realised something. It's like, wow.
Aelin, look. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. Get it?
Yeah, I remember this from primary school. Now it's all coming back.
Before.
I did not learn this at all.
63.
Now you know.
72.
Stop with the maths, let's play the fantasy game.
The fantasy game built on maths.
No more maths, don't remind me.
Everybody does an urn in front of you.
We all Arcana check.
You all Arcana check the urn. 18 and 19. You can tell there is some magical energy going on here. It's really, really good information for you. It appears to be not an illusion, but more like a transmutation. But you can tell there is something hidden here, a hidden entrance.
I push the two Lorans forward. Transmutation.
They stand there, and one on either side of the urn.
Not to the urn.
Okay. You push them forwards and you say transmutation, and they look at you and they say, yes.
Do your wizard thing. And Sleer, do your magic thing.
Sleer looks like she's onto something. And Sleer, with your 26, yes, there's a hidden entrance here. To unlock it, you have to do something with the urn.
Would I have any indication that the map that was unlocked on the journal might have any connection to what we have to do with the urn?
Make an investigation check.
Well, can I give myself a cheeky little guidance on that investigation check?
Sure.
Even though we are in maximum magic place.
You may.
Oh, does that mean you get a permanent guidance?
Be nice.
18 plus 4 is 22.
Looking at the urn, you can see that there is a. Oh, wait, sorry, you're looking at the journal. Looking at the journal, and in case anybody missed it, and Georgie definitely did, the journal used to look like this.
Mhm.
And when Sleer used her magic on it, a path appeared.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
Toys.
A prop. Did you like it?
I loved it.
So, with the urn, you can tell that there is a lid to it that could potentially be taken off. And looking at the journal, you can flick through. It does appear to be the prayer book. But nothing immediately that shows itself. This appears to be more for inside, as of right now, unless there's something you're missing.
Allstair pushes the two Lorans towards Sleer. Smart people talk.
Hello, Sleer.
Hello, Loran. Lorans. Plural?
Larai.
I like it.
I'm joking.
Anyway, I don't think there's necessarily a correlation between this and that, but this is clearly some sort of... The urn is important for getting us inside.
Okay,
Just not sure how.
gotcha. Have we investigated the urn?
Cass will investigate it.
Okay. Loran is here to help you guys.
Boom! That is a
Larai.
29.
Okay.
Or, yeah, 29.
Gotcha. Okay. So, the urn has a handle at the very top with like a lid attached to a lid. It's quite a simply carved thing. There are also two like gripping handles on either side, so there's in total 3. And you do see there are like slight like etchings on the outside, and they look at first appearance to be just design, just like figurative. But when you look at them, considering your stone cunning background, your carving, you can tell that these are. How do I explain it? A code or a key of some kind. Making sense of these scratches on the side. Maybe just an intelligence check.
straight intelligence.
I think Loran will assist you, so you can roll twice. To take the higher.
Nice. I'm gonna use mine. That would be a 24.
Okay. So with a 24, these seem to resemble a twisting pattern, a way that you need to pull the handles of the urn in order to open the doorway.
Okay. And from my 24, do I look like I know what I know what it is? I'm trying to decide.
Hold that thought. Bluey,
Okay.
what did you want to say really quickly? Did you want to add something to that?
If Cass shares that sort of
No, Cass is going to keep it all to herself. No, sure. As she's looking at it, she's like, I think we need to twist it in a certain way to get in.
I think because Bluey also saw the back of the prayer book light up, can she investigate the floor, like sort of investigate, or can I get away with perception, or no? I think it's investigate.
I think it is an investigate, I'm afraid. But Loran is here to help you. So you may
The other one?
Yeah, the other Loran is here to help you. They're both there. And Cass, it is a little bit lost on you exactly how this is supposed to work. You look like you feel like you found one piece of the puzzle. Or like two, if you're thinking about it literally.
13.
13. Okay, you're in the right direction. There are gouges and scrapes on the floor. Cass, looking where Bluey is pointing.
I will investigate the floor.
You don't have to. I'm going to take over your previous investigation. It's okay.
Okay. Cool.
I think those
Good.
carry
That
over,
one
and
was much worse.
with 2 Lorans and 2 players' brains all converging as one, you discern a pattern for twisting the urn. Now, the outer handles must go clockwise every time the inner handle goes anti-clockwise. And when the inner handle goes up, the other one must go down. You understand? And you need 3 people to do this.
Hang on, do handles go?
Yes. Supposedly.
As if they could collide into each other?
No, hang on. Do you want me to draw a picture of the urn for you?
Or is this the top handle compared to... I don't know. I'm sorry.
Let me just draw. You know what? It's my fault for not drawing an easy to understand diagram.
Also, it's just standing back with Sarah to like, I think they've got this.
You smell funny. Sarah says.
That's so rude.
Is that mushrooms?
No,
Sea salt?
no,
Lavender?
maybe.
You're concerned. This looks really bad, guys. I promise you it looks amazing in real life.
I thought you were saying of our predicament. Like, this looks real bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
So handle, handle, handle.
Handle.
Twist, twist, twist.
Okay.
Do you remember what I said?
Like every time... Is it every time these sets of handles go in one direction,
The other to go in
the
another.
other has to go in the other?
Yeah. The big handles go clockwise. Top handle goes anti-clockwise and then up, and the handles go down.
It looks really funny from a
Okay.
distance.
It does. You guys are like, ah! Like milkmaids churning butter. So you need 3 people. Who is taking point on this?
Slia suggests
if-
Sarazer for strength to go with like Bluey and Cass.
Why are you laughing at me? And
All of them
you'll walk
flex.
over. You'll walk over to join Cass and Bluey. Bluey, are you taking which handle are you going to take? The top or the bottom ones? Because Cass, probably you're not tall enough to grasp.
I was going to say Cass is probably going to be on one of the bottom ones.
Yeah.
You guys look funny.
If Bluey's the tallest, I guess you take the top one.
Sure. Bluey on top. Either side is either side as Sarasa and Cass.
This is an unlikely threesome. Chloe on top, I get it. Sarah's on bottom. Cass in the middle.
All right.
So anyway, oh my god. That was a misspeak. I'm sorry that I brought any sort of sensual ideations to this table. I don't know what the word ideations means.
You're sorry, are you?
I'm so sorry. But the three of you align yourselves around the urn, and on 3, you bop it, twist it, enough in that concentric pattern. And as you turn it, each of those etches on the rim begins to light up in the same manner that the journal lit up. And it's a process of consistently repeating those same movements until all of the lights have formed a ring around the top rim of the vase. And then, Bluey, the moment that last is filled, the lid pops off in your hand. And inside you see ash.
Ash.
Filled to the top. Ash.
Mm.
It's an urn
Okay.
after all.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. I mean, I'm getting the grim. No, it can't be that. Anyway,
Tell me. Sorry, that's me. What were you going to
well,
say?
I don't think it would make sense.
Who's free? Doris, sit down.
Sorry. Sacrifice children. Perhaps.
Well, the only change here so far, after this ritual, is the urn is now open, and there is ash inside of it. Ulster,
Nature check
nature check
on the ashes.
on the ashes.
Can I
Sure.
assist?
You may.
Or
Also
also
roll with it first. Oh, you? Yeah, no, 2 of you roll.
Okay, it's going to be very good. Nature. Hold on. Immediately forget. That is 25.
25, okay. With the 25, and Slayer,
I need to do calculator maths.
that's okay.
32.
The 2 of you putting your heads together. This ash does. I mean, it's ash, it's carbon. You can't really learn more than that. But considering the context, you do feel maybe that this could in fact be human.
It's people.
Why would they have you do this?
Oh, don't worry. Cass reaches into her bag, pulls out a corpse.
What the heck?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Cass has a good 6 corpses in her bag
God.
of holding.
Can Sleepy kind of like hold up her hand? Like, does it look like the ash on her hand at all?
Doesn't look like the ash.
She's like midway with like you just see like a foot of a corpse, and she's like holding out like maybe I don't get it out yet.
Cass just whips it out.
Woo!
I'm having a real think. But whether that looks like the ash on your hand.
Bluey, I would not recommend
I
looking at.
think Sleer. Yes and no. because yes, the ash on your hand, you know to be a remnant of Odyssey's story, guiding you in the right direction. Everything that you found in Elijah's lab, how Odyssey died. But that doesn't necessarily mean the placement of it is a coincidence, if that makes sense. Where it is, your person is a coincidence. And then, was somebody also were you in process of doing an H check?
Yep.
So yeah, that is definitely human ash. It's people.
Smells like people, looks like people, probably tastes like people.
Also, Slea's nature check was a 32.
Yeah, you guys get the same information with that. But with also your passive perception being so high as it is, you do also see a slight seam in the rock beginning to glow, just like up and down, like almost like a trapped dancing light, kind of in one line direction.
He points at it. Seam.
So you have the urn and the ash, and you have a light on them.
And some markings on the ground still?
Those markings helped you just like discern the routine, like the which ways and the pattern in which things need to turn. So those are okay now.
Okay. Does the rim of the urn look like there are bits of ash on it in a way that could suggest the ash needs to be poured out?
As you examine the edges of the urn, there are places where the ash has been disrupted, the surface of it, but no, not necessarily. Slea, do you have something on your mind?
Sorry.
Could we roll intelligence to see if we might get some stroke of inspiration as to what we are supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Can I as well or assist?
You may, yeah. Anyone can roll.
Okay. Hey, again, 24 again.
24.
Super glad everybody else is rolling.
4, 11. What's that?
Sorry, my mum was just messaging me. What do I have to do?
Roll.
Intelligence roll.
Intelligence. No, it's fine. I told her to piss. Intelligence. 21.
Okay. Loran, Cass, Ulster. And Bluey as well, but because you don't know why. All of you make eye contact at the same time, and Bluey's like, what? Every one of you else, all the others of you, you know something. And you all simultaneously look back to the urn. And who wants to be the one to do it?
What do we know?
I'm going to tell you in a second.
I'll do it.
Ulster, keeping eye contact with everyone, you slowly put your hand into the ash.
This makes sense.
Yeah. And as you do, you clasp your fingers around something solid. Something that could be pulled out.
Pull out.
You pull out a thin slab of stone with intricate carvings at one end and a vein of pennynight running through it.
Oh.
It's a key. This is the fantasy equivalent of leaving your key under a plant pot. And I'm really sorry that I made you guys stressed about it.
I liked it.
Does the key go in the seam?
The key goes in the seam. Yes,
I walk over and do that.
You seam the key.
I seam the key.
As you do, the waterfall behind you, which had been rushing down in like a very natural kind of naturalistic, spattering, water getting everywhere kind of style, suddenly kind of like smooths over into a curtain, almost, of water. It's almost translucent. You can just about see through to the other side. Sorry, to the other side. But your retreat is completely blocked. And as the key fits into the rock, that light just begins to sort of like spread up and it pushes open. And you're confronted with a long, downward-leaning corridor of grey stone, moss,
Onwards, Ulster starts walking.
and veins of colour. Blue, purple, yellow.
Cora will be so jealous right now.
You'd be so jealous.
Emma,
Louis.
is this tunnel one that Bluey has seen before in the trial to get into the Order of the Werenbeck?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Louis, you remember the corridors,
Mm.
glimpses of them. But the exact direction, it's hard to discern. And as you all step into this corridor, the rock begins to shudder and shut behind you. And having kept quiet most of this time, Doria says, they really didn't want people getting in there, did they?
I forgot you were here.
No.
Yeah, so did I.
Hi. Yeah, no, I'm here.
Choo-choo.
Stop saying choo-choo. My hat is nice. I
Choo-choo.
like it. Okay.
It's a nice nickname.
I'm not a train.
No, but I'm calling you Choo-choo.
Okay.
It's easier for me to remember.
Then my name.
Yeah.
Bit disrespectful.
Choo-choo.
I know your full name.
What's my full name?
Hang on a second.
Go on.
Wait.
God, she doesn't.
I do. My name is Emma Ulster. Valaris.
Why would she know this?
Yeah.
No.
As soon as she
There's
said
no
that,
way.
we become really suspicious, draw our weapons
Yeah.
and kill her.
I don't know. Maybe she's up on her current events.
No, don't worry. She doesn't know your name. She knows. She's like, it's Ulster.
That's my full name.
Game on day.
That's not my full name.
You know, your first and your last name, and I can pronounce them properly.
It's not my full name though. Choo-choo.
Can you not call me Doria?
What's wrong with Choo-choo?
It's not my name!
It's a nickname. That's never supposed to be your real name.
But can I please have my real name sometimes?
Everyone else calls you Doria.
From you, can I have my real name sometimes?
I'll consider it. He walks into the mossy corridor.
Okay.
Question. The
Yes.
lights of the Pain Knight, are they similar to the lights that we see in Elijah's magic?
Ooh. Are you thinking there's that golden kind of?
Because there's those flashes of different colour in the black.
It
that we
was
see in his
gold,
magic.
red, and green.
Gold, red, green. Yeah.
The gold and the red and the green. So you're onto something. Those colours, you have seen them somewhere before, but it's not quite this. Yeah. Painite exists on the fire sort of spectrum. So from blue, purple to white, yellow, orange.
Can I attempt to make an intelligence check now that I've had that line of thought and see if anything else comes to me? See if I remember where I have seen them before.
Yeah.
That is a natural 20 plus 5. 25.
All right. Natural 20 plus 5. I'm going to give you 2 answers. Both of them are true. The first answer is the night sky. There is a star cluster which has that same colouring. And the second is on Slea's face.
Is what? Sorry?
Slea's face. She has
Slea's
those
face.
freckles, but 3 of them are those.
Okay. Very weird. Not. It makes sense because he's trying to like do some weird portal shit. So yeah. What do those stars mean?
I don't know. They showed up after the trial.
Could they be sort of a gateway or a closed door? Could that be
Open the
something that
face
he's
door.
trying?
I mean,
The
Cass
face-
has face
not
doors.
literally on your face, but like they're also in the sky. So like, could the sky ones be or to your gods, maybe?
Maybe. Can I do some sort of
Yeah.
check?
Yeah, a religion check or a history check would be fine.
I think I need some tea.
Two. You can do it right.
I will take a history check. Wait, nope. Yeah, history check. And
Okay.
arguably it's the same thing, but it's a 21.
Okay. Well, so with a history check, you are a knowledge cleric. So you probably are going to be able to sort of like figure this out better than anyone. But those 3 stars were a constellation in the night sky. Quite a famous one, considering the unique kind of color variation, that disappeared many hundreds of years ago. They were often used for navigation and the equivalent of the North Star kind of for here. They were a tool which basically helped sailors, anyone who worked on the seas, get from A to B. And when they disappeared, there was this is what you would have read about. There was a period of quite like intense like maritime uproar where people had to figure out again how to sail and how to triangulate themselves without those 3 stars. Their significance for you is that you would know this just instinct. Your 3 gods, navigation is one of their domains.
I have walked very far ahead in the moss now.
Okay, Ulster.
Sleia would convey all of that, but also say, I think that's how we get to Feyways.
Moss.
Ulster, you're pulling further ahead than the others now. I think one of the Lorans, you hope the original, is following after you. And as you kind of move forwards, the painite quantity begins to sort of increase. And you see flashes of it between the rock, kind of like bulging out like crystals almost at points. And Loran kind of like runs his hand up in the general area, not quite touching them. And then very gently kind of summons a slight light to his fingers.
Which is not a slight light because of the
No,
painite.
Exactly. Looks like he's summoning like a brief like light to his fingers to try and inspect the painite better. But it's bright as a floodlight for a brief moment, and it flashes in your eyes and you're dazed. And in that daze, you see for a moment not Loran, but a taller figure in his place.
Perception check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
15. Not a great roll.
And this is only
Not
also
great roll
feels
for me. Also 15.
This is this is only also seeing.
Oh,
This is-
okay, sorry. I thought we
I'm
were
a
doing-
special snowflake, guys.
Also, it's been a while since you've experienced anything like this. Anything this tangible, this real. But for a moment, Loran looks like Cruel, but not the Cruel that's come back. The old Cruel.
Okay. Ulster will probably yell and then stop.
Loran also yells, except this time it's because he's almost blinded himself with his own magic. He's like, not my finest moment. I'll be honest.
As soon as Brian yells, I think Cass is gonna like run over to Brian and like stand in front of him and just be like, "What?"
My fault.
Can I do a perception check around the area?
With your passive perception,
Okay.
what are you looking for?
Any sign that this was anything more than a hallucination, which is what he thinks it is.
Your brain moving on logic would say, of course, it's a hallucination. It couldn't be anything else. But your brain on pay night, after seeing how physical and real Loran's double was, you doubt yourself and your judgment.
I thought I saw something. Could be nothing, but it's just been a while since I've seen something that wasn't really, I guess, there. Maybe.
What did you see?
I thought I might have seen Karul, but not the Karul now, the one we old Karul. But I was seeing him before during the trials as well, so it
Well, maybe
could be
it's
just that.
like the trials of the Warenback, the strange
Yeah.
visions we had.
That could be it. Just thought I should tell you.
Are you alright?
Let's stay on guard.
It's all good.
Loran eventually recovers himself, kind of like blinking his eyes, and he just says, sorry, I probably shouldn't have done that, but at least it wasn't fire.
Yeah.
He looks concerned, and this is the first time he's ever really hearing about you seeing things as this Loran. Does not have all that.
Not so much longer.
And he does go over to sort of like brush your hair back and check.
Yeah, let's keep going because there are so many different varieties of moss in this tunnel, and if we don't move quickly, I will hardly be able to see all of them.
That's fair. Shall we go ahead of the group?
He'll take both Loran's hands
Okay.
and then touch his foot to Cass. He's like, I don't have another hand, but this is my foot.
Cass would just be sort of like, actually, Cass might be in front of you. I don't think Cass would have. Cass was like, she's got her weapons out, and she's like, we're just gonna stay here.
Okay.
Sliak gives Bluey the prayer book, because assumably Bluey would be also in the lead.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Holding the prayer book, Bluey, you see that kind of light. You look ahead, and the tunnel does seem to follow that pathway to an extent. But there are also places where the shaft breaks off to a different direction completely, or where rock and painite have fused to make the passageways cramped and small. You hope that whatever is on the back of this journal, well, it'll get you where you need to go.
Right. Does the journal look like really old? Or kind of maybe last 50, I don't know. As in, is it possible that the route forward has perhaps changed and this is an outdated?
It looks old, but the scratches look. Well, no, you're gonna have to make an investigation check. Sorry.
Okay. I did ask for this. Oh my god. Well, at least it's not low. 12?
Okay, the journal looks old, yes, but
Okay.
you can't tell about the scratches.
No.
You can choose to trust them, or you can forge your own path.
Okay, so there's like a little shaded in bit.
Yeah, there is.
I don't know.
The 4 scratch marks.
Sorry?
You're looking at the 4 scratch marks
4 scratch marks.
on the journal, the shaded in part.
Yes, okay, right. I drew it differently in my Figo. It's
That's
just
new.
in a ball shape. I don't know. I don't know.
I think Sarah's seeing you struggle will say, "What's on your mind, Bluey? Can we help you?"
All right. I don't know whether we should. I think we should be trying to follow this thing, but it's not accurate to what we're walking through. So I don't know.
Sarah's will take a look at it if you allow him and pass it around the group to get a second opinion. Does anybody else want to ask me or do any ask me any questions or checks?
Yeah, can I do stone cutting?
Yeah.
On because if it's to see if like the walkway has changed, and see if that's the case, then we know we don't.
Could I assist with the nature on top of that?
Yep. So the 2 of you sort of take the journal each and look over.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Also, I'm going to get to you in a second. Cass, your stone honey.
Give me 1 second. Oh, that is very good. 30.
Okay. So with your stone honey and Cass, the pathways here have not changed in a long time, but that does not necessarily mean that there is only one path to follow. There are numerous. So you could follow the map, or there are other ways you could take as well. Ulster, I'm going to give you something, because as you hold the journal and as you look at the sort of like path and the magic kind of like carved in on it, you have a moment.
Should I mute myself?
Yes.
Turn my video feed off, and Emma, you should do the same because Aelin can read lips.
Oh, the cheeky bastards.
I have an idea.
Who let the sapphics in?
I just realized I could totally see the music that Emma's playing, although I feel like I should just look up the thing instead of listening along because Discord doesn't allow you to.
Maybe.
Great.
I really wish I'd been doing this all the other times you've used this. Because I think it's quite fun.
Yeah.
It means that more than one person gets to see it. Okay. I'll send that to you.
Also, just to put this out there, could Slia add like an investigation or maybe like a survival check?
You may, yes, roll me a survival check.
Okay.
And then before we get into the next part, I think we'll just take a quick break to get some tea, if that's okay.
Yeah, I've unfortunately started drinking coffee, and now I have fatigue collapses every day. With
You're taking sertraline.
Hmm.
Oh,
Wait, what is the thing you just said? Sorry. Should
we're both having odd times.
okay.
By the way, Ulster can see everything.
What was the point of me turning off the thing if you were just gonna be like, and also sees everything?
Because they can't see what I can see. He
He
says that. He's like, wait, I see all.
Slia's survival was a 29.
Cool.
This is the part they can't see.
Yeah, that's true. With a 29,
It's like a video game map.
Slia, you look at the floor, you look at the rock, and you can tell there is wear in this path, but not enough to indicate, just from looking at it here in this one part, exactly the direction of where people are going if they've walked through here before. But you do know that the path which is illuminated on your journal does seem to be the path most trodden.
I'm just going to mute myself for a second.
Okay.
Well, you're just about to enter once you get through the end of this.
Okay. Ulster will take the journal and put his finger at the bottom of the far right line. He's like, I think I get it. You remember how I did I communed with Melas before? Well, I couldn't really put all the pictures together because it was a bit funky. Everything was a bit all over the place and in pieces. But if we keep going, I think I can guide us through what's down here.
We need to keep an eye out for.
So it's been my guess.
Okay.
But what did you say?
Oh, I didn't quite hear. I think because two of you overlapped. Did Cass ask what do we need to look out for or something like that, or?
Yeah, like I said, is there anything we need to look out for?
Okay.
Would I? Wait, hold on. Ulster just goes very quiet. He's like, do you want the good news or the bad news?
News first.
Which one? All of it? Cool. So, well, then I'll try and combine the good news and the bad news. Everything in here is one creature, technically. Which means I can't really separate that because it's all alive. Everything in here.
One creature?
Yep. So I can tell you where to go, but to me, everything is like lit up in neon.
Creature.
Walked inside the creature.
Loran, I think, will say, painite, a rare substance, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I seem to have some things in my notes here. And he's rifling kind of through his spellbook, which is pulled from his pocket collection.
It is a bit weird that there's just painite everywhere as well.
A theory. Might I just throw it at you? He slams his book shut. Wait, hold on, I have spelled it. A theory. If you don't mind me throwing one out there. Painite is inside the creatures. It's their bones. Or their bodies. Or something.
I
So-
feel like I've heard you say, yeah.
I don't remember if I've said this before or come up with this before.
But if there's painite in the walls, then
Then we are inside.
the skeleton of a creature.
Yes. It was a big face.
We're in Karmatran's skeleton.
Yes.
Ooh.
And that would posit that Eldralith, outside Eldralith's watch,
Is also a painite deposit.
potentially. The bone arches in Igrisol as well. Who knows what will happen to those frost giants underneath the Maasai one day? They still live, but what about beneath you? Maybe something under there. There could be places just like this all over, with cults just like the one of Karmatran, vying
Fueling.
for their power. Fuel.
Very lucky Coral never found these places.
Saracen says, I'll be going to. I know we're in the middle of a mission, but quick pause, because Coral is still an active cult of our corporation. Are we going to tell him and Joel about this?
No,
I don't think it's a good idea.
I don't think to give. Let's just say I'm an alcoholic, and if I decided to swear off it and you found a cache of the most amazing alcohol ever, probably the best you wouldn't tell me where it is.
Also looks a bit sick when they say that the painite is bones. It makes a lot of sense.
It's Loran steps forward. Carbon, crystal, rock, dirt, flowers, everything we use in magic comes from something else. Painite is just another branch of that. Don't let it overwhelm you.
I just understand now what he wanted to do with the painite. You won't remember, but if it's come from an organic source, then it can be returned to an organic source. So we need to be very careful. Just don't put it against your skin too long, or I think he was going to put painite inside me. And it makes a lot of sense now why he would have thought that was possible. But it also means that we need to be careful not to let anyone know where these places are, because if those kind of experiments started happening, then I don't know what would happen. Putting painite
I think Cass is gonna look at Doria she shouldn't be here.
We might have to modify your memory, Choo Choo.
She's just kind of grimaces. If there is a dragon out there that's a painite deposit, then I'm sure as hell not going to let anyone pillage its remains. If that lets you know what kind of person I am.
No one can know about this. I'm scared
Can
even we
I inside check that comment about dragon?
Yeah, same.
And she's just in general.
Yeah, why?
Ah, natural 20.
Jesus, so nice, Georgia.
22.
Put him in jail. Put him in jail.
22 for the. It was the brass dice
24.
again. It did be good for my insight.
24, 22, and 4. Bluey, you're like, dragons?
Dragon.
Everybody else, you get the impression she's referring to Eldrith, the dragon, outside Eldrith's watch. As the
And when Brian said no one can know about this, that's what I was sort of insight checking. Like
Okay.
her silence. Like, is she going to tell people? Is she going to keep
She
it silent?
nods.
'Cause and do I get that that's a genuine nod, or
I mean, try and think.
I will also insight check her at that.
you get a natural 20?
Yeah.
18.
It does feel. She understands the gravity of that and what it would mean to sort of spill the beans, the chaos that could come from it. It's a genuine nod.
I think Ulster will lean into Loran and say, "What race is Doria, by the way?"
She's half elf.
Hold on, I need to check. Oh, Loran speaks basic massage, doesn't he?
He does.
Okay.
Well, does this, Loran?
Would he not understand? Okay. What can Ulster say?
You can also
Really not.
communicate with your minds.
Yeah, but I feel like that's dangerous. Oh wait, no, they can. Hold on. Wait, I need to mute. Right, yes, they can. Don't ask questions, guys. Ulster will use the surface level thoughts and just say, we might need to modify her memory once this is all said and done.
Already thinking about it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He just smiles at Doria. How are you enjoying
I feel
the
like
trip?
I'm in an increasingly dangerous position.
You're the one that chose to come with us.
Yeah,
True.
you might die.
That's fine.
But
Yes,
at least you got to wear a wonderful hat the whole time.
And who knows, if she
Yes.
lives, maybe she'll see dragons. Just not Tiamat.
Anyway, we should keep going. Also takes the journal and goes back to the front. I will guide the way. Bluey, when Bluey comes back. And Cass, please swing weapons. And Saraza, swing weapons if anything comes out.
Is not allowing you to go. She'll allow you to lead the way, but like she's in front of you. She's remembering you dying and other things, and she's like, there is no way that Brian is going to be first into any room or touch anything first. So just so you know, Cass is in front of you. You might have to be like, we're going left, we're going right type vibe.
Right, okay. He will direct Cass.
Okay. Well,
T-break?
I think yes. As you all begin to march into the map that I have prepared, we'll take a tea break and I'm back in like 10 minutes and then we can keep playing.
Woo.
Good. And okay.
I mean, it hasn't been too traumatizing so far.
Which only makes it more concerning.
Yeah.
Are we good to go?
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
My dog.
Is that a dog? Oh, hello.
So, are we ready, Aiden?
I'll just mute myself, I think.
Where did I just put my phone?
So Cass is at the front, but Ulster is pointing the way.
With are you holding the prayer book?
Yeah.
I think
I'll get on my phone.
I would like for Blue to also be at the front again.
Okay. Bluey, Cass, and Ulster are leading the way. You can walk through abreast here. The corridors are wide enough. Now, it is set up like a maze. Sleer, you kind of drawing a mental map as you go. And with all of the other pieces of the puzzle coming into place, Painite being made from bodies, the face of the tears, it's not really a maze. It's more like veins, arteries. You can keep going. And you get to a point where the ground becomes quite difficult to walk. It's got this kind of corrugated look to it. And I need each of you to make me dexterity checks, please.
Is it a natural
terrain? Yes.
I'm fine. My movement is unimpeded.
Gotcha.
Dexterity check.
Is it just a check? It's not a saving throw, is it?
Just a check.
An 18.
Same.
13.
So Cass was an 18, Bluey was a,
13.
and Sleer was a
18.
18. Cass and Sleer, you two are sort of neck and neck with one another. Bluey, you're a little bit further back. But you all begin to sort of fan out slightly,
You guys are slow.
naturally separated by the terrain. Also, looking around, this room that you're walking through, it should be the last of the corridor rooms before you enter into the main body of the place.
Can you give me numbers when we go into places?
Yes, you're just leaving number 1.
Okay.
And as you move through here, you feel a mental kind of pull. You look over at Loran, and Loran looks sheet white. She's still walking forwards. He just looks somewhat in shock.
Can I try and tap into his surface level again?
Yeah. Also, both of the duplicates are still here. Just to remember.
Wait, are there 3 or 2?
There's 2.
Wait, so there's 3 of the rounds in total?
No, there's 2.
Okay, good. I was like, what?
Are we going to have him have his memories come back and have 2 Lorans ready to kidnap Brian? Is that what you're going to give us?
Who knows?
Because then he might actually have a shot. Anyway.
Well, one stays as is, and the real.
The Loran who is sheet white is not the duplicate. The duplicate is still there, but they are.
They're fine. I try and tap into Loran's surface level.
Also, when you tap into his sort of like frequency, get a glimpse into his mind, you're not the only one who's seeing things.
What's he seeing?
For him, the image sort of oscillates between 2. Remembering this is not the Loran who's been through everything with you. One is of a sharp, angular woman, Talia. And the other is Loran as he was in Pandemonium. Those 2 images kind of like flickering in his mind. But also, for you only see those
in the Loran's head.
In the Loran's head. As you kind of pull back, you kind of like turn to clear your mind, but you catch a glimpse in your periphery. And it's the large form of Quirrell stalking the edges of this corridor room.
He will take Loran's hand and just say, "She's dead."
Have you told him this before? Is this the first time he's hearing it?
Hasn't told him that before. She's not here.
Loran doesn't say anything to that.
Neither is he.
Just keeps walking. Spread out.
On can I have seen any of that? I very much Cass is keeping her eye on Brian. So
I
would
think
she have
that's
seen any of that?
what I describe next.
Okay.
All stare, Loran, you hold each other's hands and kind of try and find confidence in spite of your visions. Cass and Sleer walking beside one another. There's a little bit of distance between you. Cass, there's a moment where you kind of slip over the stone and fall forwards, but you catch yourself. And as you do, you see a flicker of a face. You almost expect it to be Alan, or Sai, or Sheila, but it's your father, trapped somewhere in your periphery, not quite visible. It's a vision.
Can I try and see him clearer?
Yeah. Make a perception check.
Natural 1. I see
Natural 1. Yeah. You kind of look over to the place where you saw him walking that direction. At the moment, you can't see it. But you're looking. It's Leah. Looking around, you see
I think I know.
a smaller figure. Shorter than Feronia. But with her hair texture.
Oh, Emma!
Oh, me.
Those same starlight freckles on your face, on their cheeks too. And they just hold and flicker at the periphery. You see Cass, I think, move over to the edge of the room and kind of look in the painite reflection that she'd seen. You get I think Sleer, considering your passive intelligence, pretty good. Sorry, passive intelligence? The wisdom's pretty good. You can kind of figure out something of what's happening.
Do Sarah's and Bluey also react?
Sarah's does. But he is focused on what's in front of him and not looking determinedly on either direction. Bluey, you also see a child.
Okay.
She is covered in rags and cast in a strange blue hue. Appears to be humanoid. The hair that she does have is matted. There are scrapes and bruises on her skin. Like she's lived underground for a long time. You do not recognize her.
Not the child that Louis saw in the trial.
You
That
do
led
recognize her.
okay, right. Led her and Cass, I think.
I mean more like
I don't know.
you do not recognize her from your life, but yes.
No.
Yes, Bluey. I think it was Bluey and Cass when it was like Wasn't it all of the people and they had to try and then everyone, wasn't that it? And everyone died?
Everyone was, and there was that scale thing.
It was a scale thing and then it dropped. Yeah.
Shuckles.
Mhm.
I think Blue would try and call out to the child.
Okay, so everyone, just to put all of this in perspective,
Sorry.
all Stellaran, you are holding onto each other, trying to push through to the other end of this room. Sarazar is doing the same. Doria doesn't have much shift in her expression, but she does look a little shaken. But she's just there. Cass, you're kind of at the side of
She
the
sees the
room.
ghost of a choo-choo train.
At the side of the room, examining where you saw that vision here. Slia and Bluey, what are your reactions? Just as Bluey, I know you call out, but we're going to just start that scene once I get an idea of what Slia and you are doing.
Slia kind of sniffles and just kind of shakes it off, like
Keeps walking.
tries to keep going forward.
Okay.
If anyone stops, I will try and move them along.
Okay, Bluey and Cass, you two are the furthest back. And Bluey, you call out to the child. What do you say?
Hi there. She tries to sort of say it loud enough that like it's clear and audible, but quiet enough that it doesn't startle the child.
She does
If that's
stop
possible. Okay.
and turn around, and I would like you to make a wisdom check.
A check. Okay. I think that's 18. An ordinary check.
Yeah.
Yep. 18.
Okay. She does not appear to be fully corporeal.
Okay.
If you're considering this is not right music. If you're considering trying to like reach out and like touch her or perceive her like as a 3D thing, she is only really half there. And I mean, do you walk over to where she is in the stone?
Are we all seeing these in reflections of the painite?
You're seeing, yeah, all of this is seen to an extent in the reflections of painite. To an extent, a little bit in the real world.
Yeah, she might go over a bit, like sort of seeing if this was just a mirror reflection, where in the room would that be, and if it's empty space or not, or
Allstair will grab Bluey if she tries to veer off course, I think.
okay.
Just looking and then taking a step, Allstair comes back to you and takes your arm. But you can still see there is an empty space where she should be if it was a mirror reflection.
Okay.
Bluey? It's not real.
I mean, I know that you've sorry. I mean, I know that you're seeing things, but like she's from here. Okay.
If you're seeing something, then we're probably all seeing something that is caused by the same effect. And I don't think it's a good one.
Bluey, didn't you see this place in your trials?
Bits. I remember a bit of the path.
Whatever you're seeing might actually be real, though. More than any of ours, because of Bluey's connection to this place.
Trying to remember the child led us. Well, the child was like shackled, and then there was like statues of the rest of the people in Millas. And I set the child free, which seemed to kind of like shift a balance. And then she ran, and it was through the town. And as she ran past people, people disappeared. And I think she ended up here. I remember a waterfall. I think.
Let's keep going, and maybe we'll find out.
Maybe we should tie a rope to each other. If these are things we're seeing and they're trying to separate us, maybe if we stay attached, it might help.
It's a good idea. Loran has silk rope we can use.
I did bring that with me, just in case. For a moment, just like this. But Cass, very quickly, you kind of add your contribution and begin to turn away, but you do still see your father in the distance in that stone, walking closer. And it calls out your name. Acantha. Do you respond?
Whilst I've said that out loud to everyone else, I'm very much still sort of like looking in the direction that I see my father.
You don't respond?
Yeah, I think she does. I think she'll say, "Are you real?"
Okay. Slia, you hear a small voice.
The music's escalating.
I hear the music. I'll take the word for it.
You look like me. Do you respond?
Liz muted. I can tell she's having a rough time.
I. Slia just kind of
Just a chat.
grips Sarazar's hand and is trying to ignore this.
Okay.
I'm going to start tying the silk rope between everyone.
Sure. Loran says, "Shut up."
Loran. Don't talk to them.
And as you say that, we'll stare. You hear a voice. Thank you for bringing me here.
I'm going to very firmly turn my back on him.
Okay. So,
Is Sarazar the only one who hasn't responded to his vision?
no.
Cass, Slia,
Doria?
Bluey, Loran.
Oh no, Loran.
Cass responded to hers.
So it's only Ulster and Sarazar who haven't responded in some way.
And Doria, right? But
Yeah, but Doria's Doria.
And Slia. Did Slia?
Slia didn't respond.
Slia didn't respond. She's holding on to Sarazar and kind of
As
sobbing.
you hear, as you hear the kind of
the usual.
commotion around you, and you ask, "Are you real?" You hear the voice respond, "Speaking it makes it real." And everybody else, looking at Cass, something's
No.
off. Oh god, I'm sorry, it's you again with all the weird body mods. You see her fingers are starting to, and her extremities are starting to slightly shift in colour. Look almost hot, almost red.
We're getting out of here now, and also we'll start to pull the silk rope.
And
Don't speak to them.
Loran, Bluey, well, actually, Bluey, we'll get to you in a second. Loran's fingers are also starting to heat up slightly. Bluey, your arms. Well, they've been red for quite a long time, haven't they? So anyway, I've been sitting on a lot of stuff for a long time.
Ow.
And it's nice.
This is so
It's really
cool.
nice. Good feeling. It's a good feeling. Right.
This deserves to be written in highlighter. It's oh wow.
If there was any one of you who was definitely going to involve themselves with what they saw here, I think it was obvious.
Sarah Zeslia, can you please help me pull them?
Sarah will take Cass's arm. If he's closest. No, Slea's closer to Cass, I think. Take Loran's arm. Slea, you can probably help Cass if you wish to.
Duplicate Loran's
Yes.
chilling, isn't he?
The duplicate Loran looks great and is going to, sort of seeing everybody else help, push Bluey a little bit in the back to encourage her away. But you move through this room, all of you. And Loran holds your hand incredibly tight against her. And the tips of his fingers are just a soft kind of red colour.
Don't speak to them. Don't look at them. They're not real and they can't hurt you unless you make them real. When I was seeing Karul before, it took weeks before he was able to do any damage to me. Let's just keep going.
Magic here, it's stronger.
Exactly.
I don't think it'll take weeks.
Exactly.
You continue on, and Lily, you guys are moving to room 2.
Also, we'll pull his dagger out. We're in room 2 now.
Yeah. Okay. All of you move through. Except Louis. As you reach the cusp of this one room where you saw all these visions, you look back. And there is a face in the stone, in the painite, just beneath the translucent surface, pressed up against it. Clearer than before. 3 faces, you think, but you can't quite focus on the other 2. They're not really yours to see. But the one that's clear to you is that of a child with matted hair. And they say, I don't remember my name.
Is the face looking right at Bluey?
Louis. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know it either.
She
I think Bluey. I think
tells
Bluey
her
will try to
fingers.
turn around. Anyway. Mm.
She curls her fingers and you can see the stone almost bending around them. She says, I think I gave it to this place. Or someone else gave it for me. Louis, your arms feel hot. Looking down, you see the red starts to shift to a slightly more golden, almost orange hue. Ever so slightly.
Let me adjust my lights accordingly. It's not really. It's not really an orange. No, okay. Blue's gonna say loudish. Fuck, guys. Just.
But Louis,
No.
when you turn around,
Oh, you're in the fucking rock.
you're in the fucking rock.
Louis!
Can you smell what the
Bluey.
rock is cooking? Is Bluey.
It's
Tom was concerned for a second.
Louis, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
You're in the fucking rock. Oh, that's so funny.
Wait, what? Oh, I missed that.
No, I just
Hang
thought
on.
Cass said you're in the fucking rock, and I thought it was really funny.
Okay. 9 plus 7 is 16.
Nice. Very good. Okay. So,
Oh, guys.
Louis, I'm going to talk to you about a few things.
No!
First of all, as you turn around, you find it incredibly hard to peel your gaze away from the child.
Carmen Trent. It seems.
And-
Maybe there's lots of kids called Carmen Trent. That's.
I'm not going to say anything.
Can we smash the rock Bluey's looking in?
Okay, so you try and turn around Bluey, but you feel this kind of like strange like stiffness in your shoulders, this lack of like movement, and a mechanical sense, all attacks against you are going to have advantage. Just so you're aware. Until you're able to shake this,
All right.
whatever's happening. If you wish to shake it,
Can we try and shatter what she's looking at?
you may. So you guys have moved through to the second room, and you just see Bluey standing there, struggling to kind of like roll her shoulders, looking at something. You can't see what it is exactly, just the direction. You see the direction of what she's.
I think Ulster looks at Cass first, and he looks like he's about to ask her something, but then he sees the red on her fingertips and is like, and he's going to look at Saraza. We need to smash. You have a sword.
Smash.
We need.
I was joking. Smash.
Can we break what she's looking at?
A sword against stone.
Do you have a hammer? Anything?
Let me think.
I'm also going to look what Ulster has.
I think Sarasa says I can chip it away with the hilt of my blade.
Okay.
It just won't be as large scale or neat as maybe a hammer would or a chisel.
seeing what Ulster can do.
Can Bluey hear the others?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I think Ulster's going to try and freeze over the Painite to make it opaque.
Okay.
We're realizing that Saraza would have to potentially break his sword. He's going to go up to the wall and put his hand on it and start casting ice over it.
Okay. You cast ice, and a sheet of frost just covers it, so that it's a dull blue glow beneath frost. And Bluey, the child's face is obscured. You can just see the outline and shadow of it. Ulster, a dull golden glow from 2 pinpricks behind the frost.
He shuts his eyes and then turns back to Bluey. Bluey, we need to keep walking.
Can Slia attempt to, like, while they're working on like shattering this painite, can Slia like be attempting to calm Bluey down? Kind of
Bluey,
relax her so she can
Can
break
Slia
out of
do
whatever state she's in.
Slia approaches you.
Can I move my neck? Or is Bluey still
You
kind
can.
of...
You're
Alright.
stiff. Here's the thing. It's like if you woke up after sleeping on the floor, and you've just woken up. That's your body is not quite with itself yet. It's very stiff. Pains.
Fuck. Sorry.
Okay.
I feel
Bluey,
sore.
Slia is beside you.
Slia's just kind of like rubbing gentle circles on her back.
Thank you.
Ulster's pulling the silk rope. Come on.
Loran goes, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think. Yeah, Blue would start trying to exit. Holding on to the rope as well as.
If anyone stops for too long, I'll tell you the whole history of that rope, guys. Come on.
Ah!
For those of you who didn't respond, the visions do not go away. Slia, that child, is still dancing from pillar to pillar in this room. All stare. You see golden lights. And Saraza reacts to his own way, but doesn't say anything. Speaking it makes it real. Cass, you mull those words over as your father's face follows you around the tears.
I think I said that out loud as well to the rest of the party. I wouldn't have kept that to myself.
Speaking it makes it real.
Loran clenches his jaw. I think from what we learnt in the few days being here of Melas is that nothing is truer than that. If they speak of everything that's here, they have to admit how fucking horrible it is.
Right. Ulster will get the journal out and he'll continue trying to guide them.
The room that you enter is supported by pillars. These first thing you encounter that has definitely been brought in from the outside. The stonework is similar, but it's paler, more closely resembling the homesteads and the pavilion, even, at the centre of Melas. And Cass, a quick look with your stone cunning would confirm as much. The stone here is the same as the stone in Melons. Supports the ceilings, and you see there are these structures of iron and stone keeping the roof in place, preventing any cracks from forming, any falling debris.
Emma,
Yes.
could I mute myself and ask you a question related to an intelligence check?
Yep.
Trying to match the color. Comes off a bit as white, but this is nuts. This is nuts, fam.
Hmm. We've all now got matching, well, not all of us, but Cass now has some little matching with fingerprints to your now very full sleeve, most likely.
Strangest tattoo.
I mean, Cass is coming out of this campaign looking wild. I'm sorry. Like, she started the campaign just sort of relatively normal. Now she's got fairy wings. Her eyes, she's got rifts in her. She's got like, I can't pronounce that. Like, now she's got dyed fingertips. It's about 4 eyes. It's batshit insane. She literally looks crazy.
If Cass ever wore glasses, she'd be called Six Eyes.
6 eyes.
Or
As
8.
an insult.
Or get like glasses for her glasses as well. So.
Oh, sorry, shit. Oh. Jesus fucking Christ. This throat was relatively fine the last 3 days, and today it's just been.
That is such a mood. I feel like mine's only just started getting better.
God damn. How long ago did you have it?
It was like 2 weeks ago that like I really came down with it. And the coughing has just stopped.
Yeah,
Oh, I can hear again. Oh my gosh.
like something to do with like nasal passage.
Yeah. If I get drainage in my nose, I get it in my ears too.
I understand things.
Also, the only addition I have for Slia is that she just continues to cry. It's just a mood. That's a whole mood.
Chloe will rub circles on Sleeves back then. Like.
We still heard all of them straight ahead.
Okay. Now, moving through this room, Slia, you recognize, considering the structural integrity and everywhere that you've moved through, if you had to give this this room a name, you might call it the stomach. And Ulster, in here, your commune with nature brings you another piece of information. Cass, Louis. The two of you have been quite fixated on the stone of this place. Louis, because of your vision, and Cass, stone cunning. And you notice, you two are the first to point out that the paint, which has been fairly consistently blue, purple to blue, mostly blue, is starting.
Sorry to interrupt. Is it okay if Hugh comes over? To do work.
Is starting to take on different hues as well. In this room, you see these strange lumps and formations of rock, which are yellow, white, even.
The strongest colour, isn't it?
No, strongest colour is blue.
It's blue.
Blue.
Right.
Now, Ulster.
Yeah.
This is also made of natural material. Your commune with nature points you in the direction of one conclusion, which is that whatever was in Harmontran's stomach when she became this way was trapped there, survived for a time, and then died. Hence why it is slightly less cooked, less petrified than the rest.
Lovely.
Louis, make an intelligence check.
It goes through.
Sorry, board of my laptop that just fell on my yeah. But from my geology days, less cooked rock versus more cooked rock. I mean, it's not really the same because I'm thinking intrusive and extrusive. Extrusive rock being kind of formed near the surface, so it has less time to cool. So the minerals are smaller compared to intrusive rock, which cooks over a longer amount of time. Anyway, sorry, intelligence.
Magic, Louis. It's magic, okay?
Yes. Am I rolling intelligence?
You are, indeed.
Damn, I got a 5.
Okay, never mind, you're good. Yep, those are colourful rocks. Pretty colours. Shiny. Wonder if those were horses once, I don't know.
One of those was what? What? Sorry.
That's a joke. I wonder if those were horses once. I don't know. Slia!
Could I do some sort of like medicine or nature or arcana? What are to just vibe check the room based on what I know about what this room is?
Yeah.
So, what check would you like me to roll?
What are you trying to discern? You're vibe checking. Is that perception or
like I'm aware this is the stomach of the body. What further information could I get on that in this context, basically?
Okay, 5 checks. So maybe an investigation check or a nature check. Or medicine check. One of the 3.
I will take
Giving
the
you
nature
different
check.
Okay.
Yes, I will. I will take the nature check. 26.
I need to stretch 1 second. So, vibe checking room here. As you observe, with 26, I'll say this. There is a distinct effort made to keep the stone and the structure sound to a ridiculous extent in some areas where you see there are like whole like gilded areas to keep the stone in place. Get the impression maybe that shattering or taking anything from here could cause catastrophic repercussions. At the other end of this room, there is something I have not yet described to you. Because of being distracted by talking about digested stone people. Whatever. At the other end of this room, you see 3 statues Who is it? Do you want me to answer? They look it up. You see 3 statues, all about Cass's height, also, and they are just there, hanging out at the other end of this wall.
Do we all see the statues?
Loran says, yes. I don't think they're a hallucination.
York Street Medical Practice.
Does anyone have anything to add? Cool. So as you go on.
Sorry, does Leah reveal the fact that they're getting stomach vibes from the place?
Yes, any information that Slia learns, she does convey to the party. Just, yep. Sniffly, but conveying.
All stare. From your knowledge of the location and the layout, you know a couple of things.
Mhm.
You know the direction you need to go is left, but you also know there is something that they don't want you to see in room 4, been scratched out in this journal map.
Whose journal was it again?
This was Goldrick Peacefeather.
Peace.
Is that his name? Yes.
Okay. We have a choice. He holds up the journal. It looks like Goldrick wants us to go left, but there's another chamber that he's scratched out for some reason.
Is this guy to us? Is he
Raphael's
someone like
father. Like he was in the siege, he was evil.
he was evil? Just because it's that question of like, if we didn't like him, then him crossing out a chamber might be hiding something or something that he didn't like, which might be of use to us. But then obviously it could just be a bad thing.
Can we roll some sort of insight check to see
Yeah.
what the intent might be?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call York Street.
I'm gonna roll it on the off chance I'll get my natural 20 again.
Okay.
Ah, but I did get a 19. 21.
Okay. Pretty good.
And 29.
29.
13.
30. Okay, 1 second. As you kind of all roll, sorry, I'm just getting one thing. As you all roll, try to consider what the best approach would be. Can I just clarify? You're trying to discern whether or not Goldrick's motives would, in making this map, would be
Not the
Whether the
map,
map is for
but
like
the
him or
cross-
if it's for like somebody else, like
you get the impression that it would be for him.
which would imply that like
I don't want to.
the scratch out on the map might either be something that like he's hiding or it's very, very dangerous. It's kind of the origins of the insight check.
Or
for
the-
Slia.
Or the child might be there.
Which would have been assumably the distasteful thing, like locking a child away for however long.
You sent me the photo again.
Oh, oops.
It's really up to you guys.
But okay, if this was meant for himself, how was he ever going to get back in here, and why? if it's something that
Doesn't Cass have a raven that she could use to scope out what's ahead?
I forgot about my raven. It's been a while since I used her. Yes, Cass will send her familiar.
Why do you keep sending me the same photo?
Oh,
if
sorry, it's an accident.
well, this is Cass doing magic.
No, my familiar is already summoned. She always has. I said very early on in this campaign that I've always got my raven. She's just always there, unless she's literally been murdered, and then I have to bring her back. Oh God! what the heck?
Ulster's like, stop, wait, points at the statues. They're getting closer.
What?
I'm gonna show you guys. I've been sending Lily.
It took me a moment. I was like, what?
This is the most fun.
I knew
I've
there
had
was
with
something up
magic.
because Emma, you'll grin.
Hello.
You see?
Hello.
Oh, hello. So those 3 statues at the other end of the room have been slowly, surely creeping closer. Now,
Cass, send your raven. We should probably escape into that passage.
I need you all to make me. Actually, no. No, I don't think they're close enough to do this yet. You hear this vague kind of whispering from the 3 statues from between each one of them. All of them look to be shorter or roughly around Cass's height. Children cast in various colours, orange, yellow, and white. And they're getting closer.
Did they make the kids into Painite? And I thought Karul was nasty.
It's very upsetting.
What do you do? They're getting closer.
Cass, send your raven. Everyone else, he points to your
I
left.
said go Raven go. The
Go, Raven,
is
go.
gone.
Go, Raven, go. Right, the Raven shoots off. Where are you sending it?
To the scratched off chamber
Okay.
or room or passageway, whatever it was.
Ulster will pull everyone else up to the left.
Okay. As you move to the left, the one furthest to the left-hand side, goes from moving slowly and steadily to springing to life and is going to rush at you. Now, I would like everybody to roll the initiative, please. And I'm going to roll to see which one of you guys it attacks first.
15.
It's going to go for Ulster.
It's not fair. You can't go for all stairs.
Ulster, first one is a 10 to hit.
No.
The second one is a 21.
Yeah.
The next, sorry, what is this? That's going to give you. That seems a bit.
Just do it, Emma. I know you want to.
Just so that
On
I
D12, they rolled a 1 3 times in a row.
so
12.
just so that I've got this right in my head, because obviously I missed the last game. So we've gone to the tiers, and this is where obviously the kids, all of that shit happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm wondering, is
37
there
points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
Gee.
Yeah. As you are winded and folded almost in 2, and you get slammed back against the wall. And as you get slammed back, you see in the corner of your eyes the profile, golden-eyed, just saying, could have done better than that.
Does the silk break if I get thrown back with that much force?
That's a very good point. You guys are connected. So I want everybody to make me dexterity saving throws. And
No, but
then
wouldn't
we're
the
gonna
silk
test the
rip
integrity of the
if
silk.
if I was thrown?
So they're still gonna get jerked from the momentum, but it's
Yeah.
probably not gonna last. Also, I reckon Loran would have tied it with a safety knot. Everybody, dexterity saving throws, please.
Aeon's face.
Well, okay, so if y'all wanted to know some numbers, I rolled a 3 for initiative and
Nice.
an 11 for that dex save.
Okay, you are prone.
I rolled a 19 for initiative and a 14 for dexterity.
Can we separate initiative just so I can do that separately?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
14 dex.
14 dex.
Um,
Okay, and Bluey,
10 dex.
10 Bluey, you're prone. Along with Saraza. Loran is fine. Doria is like. So, Saz, Bluey, Slia, you're all prone. Right, next up is our initiative order. God, I really need this dice to be again. 25 to 20.
15.
If I could just-
Project Watch.
20 to 15.
15.
Okay, Cass,
19.
18.
19.
19. Bluey,
18.
18. So it's going to go.
I just thought of something really fun.
Cass, oh no. Bluey, and Steph in a row.
Basically, they've been sending kids in here to become Painites and come and try and get stronger.
I mean, Comic Tran doesn't seem all too happy about all this. I don't know. Just stares at Emma's face, Freddy.
I'm kidding. Guys, you can't let Ulster get knocked unconscious right now.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Okay, and then
Oh.
15 to 10, please.
Some bugs having sex at my window. They're in the
Fran as polymorph?
No!
Yuck,
Stop
I'm
it.
joking.
It's really horrible.
Um,
What kind of bugs are they?
I don't know, but they're like
Yeah.
tail ends are like connected and doing wiggly things and they're flying around.
Slia, what did you get?
Slia got a 3.
Oh, baby. Sarah's
Almost maximum healer initiative.
Doria. Slia. Love that for you. Okay. Now, Cass, you are connected by rope, which is hanging on by the threads. You could easily tear it. It's just like been severed by the force, almost severed by the force of Ulster being thrown against them.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Okay, so what I'm going to do for my move is plant myself firmly in front of Ulster, so that anything that happens to Ulster happens to Cass first. And then I'm going to go into my Raven and be like, attacking y'all.
Okay, so you're going to fly through the tiers in your Raven. Now, you want to check out which direction first, left or towards the hidden room?
I want to go to the scratched out room first.
Okay, so when you fly to the other end of this corridor, and you do see that there is a is this just a bit mean?
Game now. And also, is flying my Raven a bonus action? Or is that a full action? I don't know.
Going into the Raven, I believe, actually, that's a very good point.
Yeah, I'm just not sure.
Hang on, I'm just going to check for you.
Fine for me, yeah, let's have a look.
I
know it's as an action.
Okay. So I'm going to then give you this bit of information for free. There is a kind of like a trapdoor made of stone, similar to the one which you've encountered on the very first, in the very, very first chamber with the urn. And you look around and the only place where you can imagine anything being hidden or kept safely is on the central statue, which has its hands in front of it. And you do see a glimmer of something, like a key, in the same design as the one you found.
My raven can't get any further than that.
Your raven can fly up to the doorway,
Yeah.
and it can see the key held in the statue's hand, but you can't get through the door yet. You need the key.
Okay.
I was going, yeah, that was where I was like, is this too mean? But
No,
Thank
it's
you.
fine. And then, okay, I don't know, because I mean, my raven has like a lot more movement than I do, so I don't know if then I can then go to the other one in the same turn, or if you think that needs to be separate.
if you want to go to the other one, the other doorway,
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like my raven can do. My raven can't stop. I don't know, magically.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah.
Unlocking things.
I will say this. Also, would have told you that the two doorways at the other end of the corridor, at the other end of this room. I'm just going to show it to you, just because also would have described this to you. They both go to the same place. These ones.
Right.
So also would have told you that. To the left, you do see that there is a just open walkway, which is wide enough for all of you to walk abreast, wide enough for all of the statues to get through as well, though, just to let you know. And yeah,
Sorry, go on.
and it just goes straight on, pretty far forwards.
Okay, Cass is going to definitely send the raven down there a little bit, see if it is safe, because sometimes when a corridor looks really safe and inviting and wide, it's actually a bad thing. Cass is going to send the raven down, see if any traps are triggered, see if it looks basically, and probably do a perception check from that, or an investigation check.
Okay.
Which I think as a raven I have better stats for, but I actually... Aelin, do you have the raven stats to hand?
I
Sure.
don't have them
Hang on,
on
I can
hand. I can pull them up.
Raven, that's fine. I'll get it up by the stats. There we go. Ooh, I could do mimicry with my raven. I did not know that. Interesting. Cool. Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
as you send your raven through, I would like everybody else to please take off their headphones or mute their computers as I describe what Cass sees.
Ooh, yay! Now I get the secret. I get
Okay.
secret
Give me a
knowledge.
thumbs up. We good to go? Okay. Cass, you fly down this corridor, and I'm going to partially cover my mouth because I know Aelin can read lips. You fly down this corridor,
Mhm.
and it goes on for quite some time until you reach this hall, which almost appears to be made of mirrors. It's so full of. And then beyond that, and this is quite far, your raven, I'm going to just let you go because I think it's fun, and it'll save us describing this.
The magic is amplified here, so maybe my raven can go further.
You go all the way through to what you imagine is the heart of this place. And there you see the bodies of dozens of children, statues just like those three, all in various stages of petrification. Most look wasted, with nothing left of them but rock and bone. And the children that are showing signs of aging into painite, with the most recently dead, a light reddish colour all over, and the oldest a pale blue. Some of them, though, are not painite. Some of them are just got grey petrified stone. Clearly, for whatever reason, you don't know. I'm sure you can find out. of those,
Sorry, some of them aren't petrifying. They're just dead.
some of them aren't turned to paint. Some of them are just regular stone.
Probably
Perhaps
the ones with magic.
the ones with the strongest magic. You get the impression. It's very good. Yeah, I was going to keep that from you, but you figured it out. Are the ones that tend to paint night. And
Oh, this is awful.
Cass, also in this room, everywhere, and I mean literally everywhere, are the largest, brightest rifts you've ever seen. The largest one is right at the top of this circular pedestal, and this is the most sophisticated of them. It looks to be stabilized, as you know rifts can be. It looks much older than the others, and instead of being white, it is pitch black. But the ones around it are pure white and the same as those which Elijah was which were summoned when you closed the book in Elijah's lap. And
I
that's
do
what he
sort
says.
of an investigation or intelligence to see like what. Oh, basically, I want to just try and see if I can discern two things from seeing things. One, obviously, the older one is this has been here longer and isn't probably the work of Elijah. But is any of them Elijah's influence, or is this just the cult? It's the cult of Carmentrand, isn't it? That's been doing all
I
of
am
this.
going to say that you can do that on your next turn.
Okay, fair. You've given me a lot. Fair.
That's okay. All right. Please come back. I don't know how I'm going to get him back. I might message him. Come back. Okay. How much of that did you hear?
Didn't hear anything.
Okay.
Didn't hear anything.
It's supposed to close the door.
Didn't hear anything. You didn't say to close the door. I was on my phone. I wasn't listening.
Right. So next up in the order, as Cass is catatonic in front of you, Bluey.
Okay. Is Bluey 5 feet away from the active statue?
You bet.
Really?
Yes. You're all quite close together. I know.
Bluey then is going to take 3 attacks against it, and when you're prone and you're attacking a creature, I think you have advantage.
Oh my god. Okay. Hang on.
Let me double check that.
Prone.
An attack roll against. Oh, hang on. A prone creature.
An attack
No,
roll
I
against the
misread that.
creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature, otherwise the attack roll.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'm in danger. Okay, right.
I'm in danger.
Wow, I wildly misinterpreted that. Okay, in that case, I will. I'll use 15 feet of movement to get up because I assume I have to do that to be not prone. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And then. I mean, should I be attacking? I will attack 3 times with
The one that
my.
hits her?
Yeah, I'll attack 3 times with my great sword.
Do it.
Holy shit. Okay, sorry. Okay, so what do I add? Great sword, 12. So First one is 24 to hit.
Hits, yeah.
Next one's 25.
Okay.
And the next one's a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Right. You're
Um,
going to have to do a lot of damage rolling. All of those hit.
yes, I will. Fuck, I should have a calculator up or something.
And doesn't like Nat 20 do something cool? Also, what's your crit range now? Isn't it like
Yeah, it's
18,
your
19, 20?
18 to 20. So one of those is a crit.
Okay.
Nice.
Still.
Very good, very good. I'm trying to find my battle music. I feel like this is time.
I'm just looking through my things. I didn't get a natural one. On an attack roll of 20 with the greatsword, add 1d8 magical slashing damage. Cool. So there's already the 7 from being a crit on the sword itself, just the 20. And then
Okay.
I'm guessing I don't double the. Yeah, that wouldn't make sense. So I'll do the 1d8 magical slashing damage. It's all going to be slashing damage, but only 1d8 of it will be magical. 7.
Okay.
Shit, I'm so sorry. This is going to take one dice to look at my little hands. Okay, first one does. Oh, fuck. Okay. +4, +6, +5. No, +6. Excuse me. Second one. Reroll you. So plus the 6 on that dice, plus the 3 on that dice, plus 6. And then
This is going to be a lot of damage, I think.
what I double for these two. I don't reroll them. I've already done. Yeah, the only thing special about the last one is that I'm just doubling the damage dice. So it's +3, +3, +4, +4, +6. You don't double the thing you add after dice rolls. So that's 65 slashing damage.
You smash this thing into. You just see Painite shatter all across the floor, leaving the statue a half-formed thing, unable to attack it, really, even if it's still partially alive.
What color was the paint?
This would have been a orange one, I think.
I'm just going to sneakily connect some of that because I think it's very useful. Just saying.
Child body.
Yeah,
Yay.
because we can study it and see how to prevent this as well.
He's going to use them, but not for anyone else.
Yeah.
So you take some of the Painite Ulster, and it's your turn. There are 2 more.
Oh, cool. Can I see where they are on the map?
Oh, sorry, wait, Bluey, what do you want to do?
If I have 15 feet of movement left, I'd like to move a bit towards. Yeah, I'd like to move a bit towards the left exit.
Okay.
However
Perfect.
much, yeah.
You can definitely do that.
Can I see the map, please?
You may.
I mean, with the statue, where are we?
So you guys are.
Because also has something he wanted to do.
So just because I'm not showing the map to everyone,
Yeah.
you guys are like in that square there.
Yeah.
With Ulster slightly off to the side because you were slammed earlier.
Nice. Okay, Ulster's gonna move. Ulster's gonna move here. And he's gonna cast a cone of cold.
Okay. You can get both of those boys.
Yeah, so Uno memento.
Uno. Memento.
Reverse.
I'm sorry, my D&D Beyond on my phone is very glitchy, so sometimes it just takes me to another character, which is fun. Rain of Cold is a 5th level spell. So, which one's the D8 again? This one. Just making room for my dice.
You're good.
Okay, let me get. Can I use your phone as a calculator, please?
You may.
Thank you. I will not be using my invisible dice because that will take me a very long time to light up everything. Calculator.
Can you also roll me a D100?
Yes.
Some wild magic shit coming up in here.
Oh yeah, last time I warned you guys there was going to be magical consequences.
I started rolling really shit, and now I'm rolling much better. I think that's the last one. 44 points of cold damage.
Oh, to both of them?
Yeah.
They are shattered. Their arms fall on the floor. These are kids.
Sorry.
They're statues. It's fine. Their arms kind of like shatter off, and the body of their statues get fractured down the middle. Frostbitten over. The room just like fills with snow and ice, almost like a hailstorm.
D100, sorry.
D100, please.
4. Never rolled that low.
It's pretty fun though.
Yeah.
Your sense of smell becomes unnaturally keen for 1 minute, granting you blind sight to 30 feet, an advantage on perception checks dependent on smell.
Nice.
So you smell. It smells like a cave, like damp, like earthy, very mossy. You can sniff your way out of anything. Right, next up in the order then is the stone creatures. Last 2 of them. Both of them are going to make slam attacks. I think one is going to go against Bluey, and the other is going to attempt to get to Ulster, but in doing so, reach Cass as they put themselves in harm's way.
Esther moved in front of Cass.
Okay,
Because
I'm going to roll a D4 then. If it's even, it'll hit Cass. If it's odd, it'll hit Ulster.
Yeah, because he's trying to protect you.
But he ran in
Neither
front
is
of me. If he had not run in front of you, Cass, you would have been hit with 44 ice damage. What do you think he was going to do?
It
I'm-
wasn't 4, so it's going to be Cass.
Okay.
Okay, good.
I will. But that is a fair point.
She is a human meat shield for you.
No, he doesn't want that.
So for Cass, that is a
Hey, baby.
6 plus 8, 14.
And is that just what type of damage is it?
Bludgeoning damage. No, that was to attack.
Doesn't have.
Does it hit?
Oh, to hit me? Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
Louis, 19.
No.
19 does hit.
Louis, 5, 11, 23, 26, 28. You take 32 points of bludgeoning damage, Bluey, as you are slammed by the white statue. Even without its limbs, it is still able to muster
Was
that.
this one hit by the cold?
Yes, it
It's
is.
frozen in place.
It's frozen in place. They're both frozen in place then. Okay, cool.
Oh,
Sorry, if they understood. Knowing that, can they move at all?
Were they technically killed by it?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. Let me just read it.
Sorry, we're
Can
gonna have to
they-
slightly retcon.
okay.
Okay, no, I thought they were killed by it, but if they're killed by it, they become frozen.
Okay, no, so it can move.
Oh.
So Blue, you do
Okay.
take 32 points
Sorry.
of damage. No, it's okay.
Sorry to get you all excited,
Don't worry,
Bluey.
it's fine.
Alright.
You do take 32 points of damage, and you two are winded as you make me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh wee.
Ooh-wee.
Well, or just Bluey?
A dex saving throw?
Yeah.
Yeah, trick, yeah.
5.
5 to Rob slammed down and knocked prone.
Oh, god damn it, alright.
Sorry.
Oh.
Right.
Hit the deck.
In order, sorry, is Luran
Which one?
Dehane, the man himself.
Game on Dehane.
Luran, game on Dehane.
His name's not Duran Dehane.
He's still struggling because he doesn't have these memories. I love you. And that's how Lily and I broke up. No. So, the fear of my voice. No, please.
No, please.
Right, hang on. Doobie.
Doobie doobie doo.
Okay. All right, so for Loran, he doesn't really see the need to use too much magic. So he just summons up a firebolt and throws it at the central. Yeah. He is Loran without these memories, you see. He summons a small firebolt
Also shrieks.
to burst the central statue.
What did I say about fire?
Yes, indeed. So, wild magic table, first of all, on a 7. Wait, let me look at it. It's really perfect.
No!
So,
Oh, what is
It's
happening?
gonna hurt everyone.
well, now he knows.
Loran!
Yeah. He's got not any memories. Anyway,
Also,
Loran.
hey, no, make fire worse?
Yeah.
Cool, I hope you're all ready.
Now, Loran, without his memories, reaches up a hand and spirals a bolt of flame to forth at the stone.
It's just like, what did Ulster say?
Unintentionally
Barbecuing
casting a
everyone in the
third-level
party.
fireball centered on himself. So, can everyone, yep,
I
please
mean, I can't. I'm
make
just going to
me-
automatically fail. I'm catonic, so.
Yeah. Everyone capable. Would you hang on. Wait, why is it not listed the
What save is it?
save?
Is it
Yeah.
a dex save?
It's a dex
I think it's
save.
a deck save, but it wasn't listed on that thing for
Yeah.
some reason.
It's all.
Well, I
Fire
failed,
is
so
dex.
that's a
Automatically
like a
fails.
9 or something. Hold on.
Usually Loran is smart.
Thanks, Loran.
Dexterity saving throw 19 is your save. Loran's
Yeah.
rolling as well.
I got a 8.
Natural one on Loran's part.
Oh,
Did anybody pass? Raise your hands. Slia passed.
Sorry, I just want to know if I don't think being prone in the rules talks about saving throws, but I feel like
No,
being
you're
you're
prone.
just classic. Classic saves.
I don't think you can make a dex save. Oh, you can roll, I guess.
Yeah, you can crawl.
So Cass can make a dex save.
So, did anybody fail?
Can't be.
And let's find out.
Yes.
Doria, 16. Probably okay.
If I may,
17. That's fine.
can I replace
Yes.
Sarah's roll with a 4 on the dice?
What?
What?
Why would you want to do that?
Didn't he roll a nat
Him.
one?
No, Loran rolled a natural one.
Ah, okay.
You can replace Loran's.
I'm so sorry. I meant to say Loran. I'm so sorry.
I was rolled 17.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, villain arc, really?
yeah, you
This late in the game?
can replace Loran's.
You want to roll, so with
He
Loran's
gets a football.
dexterity save of plus 1 billion, no. It does still fail.
Is it better than mine? Is it better than 8?
Yeah.
Cool. So also does terribly.
Same.
Oh yeah, blue did
Shield
6.
literally gets barbecued.
Person
Anyway.
also suffering.
Guys, I'm going to do something really cool. I'm going to use the D&D Beyond dice.
Ah, yeah, I do that with the ones that have a lot of dice.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna plug my laptop in before you never see me again. on this
30
game.
30 points of fire damage.
plus. No, yeah. That'll be 30 points of fire damage to anyone who failed and 15 to anyone who succeeded.
Ulster is almost under half health.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Let Ulster die!
Also, like
luckily,
bleeding.
guys, luckily, the statues are also caught up in this and they explode.
Cool.
They are destroyed.
Run!
And I'm just going to say the cone of cold, the frost and the snow that you prepared does contain the flame.
Also throws himself in the snow. He's like,
Yeah, you guys are all a bit singed at the moment as this fight draws to an end. Sorry, Sleer, you didn't really get a chance to.
Ulster's
Nice.
furious.
I mean,
What did I say about
is
fire?
going to cast some magic,
Okay,
some healing magic, for her turn if she can.
but of course you can.
Okay. I'm going to. Something important to note. Slea's new feat is called Font of Life. So, and I rolled my d10 for that. So whatever I do, I'm going to be granting maximum healing. It just,
Nice.
so basically I roll a d10 before I cast a healing spell. If it's a 1, it's max healing, but it still expends a spell slot. If it's a 10, I still have to roll out the healing, but it doesn't cost a spell slot.
Very cool. Very cool.
It felt like
That's nice.
really, really cool for like the flavor of like the Pay Knight level up and
Yeah, I like that a lot. This was Pay Knight induced leveling up, so
Yep.
I like it.
So
Bugs are still having sex, just so you know. It's
Kill him! Mid coitus.
That's how they would have wanted to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a mass cure wounds on that though.
Okay.
nice.
So that's gonna be 37 HP to everybody.
Perfect.
To Cass, in her state of in her raven, is just hot, soothing.
As you internalize that healing and the fight comes to a close, leaving Frost, Fire, and Pay Knight scattered on the floor, we'll take another quick break so you guys have some
Spot of lunch.
Yes,
Spot of
lunch
lunch.
sounds
Why
great.
not?
So we'll come back at around 10 to 1 and we'll play a little bit more and then we'll wrap up. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. See you in a bit, guys. We wrap up until Saturday.
We
I'm
could.
very excited.
Also,
Yeah.
is the next game Saturday or
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're off for a couple of weeks.
Let me check. Yeah.
Sad. Very sad.
So, yeah.
Right. Are we playing the game?
We are the game.
We are the game. That was so loud. OMG. I was like, ah. Okay, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
You're
Now you guys are wrapping up, finishing the encounter which had you slammed by statues and smashing Pay Knight, which of course, as you know, is made of the bodies of powerful, magical children. Provide events instead. Sleer.
I have an important question. Since Alstair collected Pay Knight from one of the statues, does he collect samples from
I think
all
he
of them?
would. I think you would. What colours are they, Emma?
White, orange, and yellow.
Okay, you would take 2 pieces from each.
Unless you're about to launch into something that makes this not relevant. I think Blue will look up at the ceiling and listen out. I mean, Brian can hear very well at the moment.
It smells very well. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's smell. I forgot.
Listen out.
Do things still look structurally sound in this stomach?
Bluey, make me an intelligence check.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's also chastising around this whole time.
Sleer. That's funny.
I can wait till
I
after
don't think
Bluey's
anything
check.
like-
But I had a thought about, like, if we're currently in the stomach, can Slea roll a medicine check to see where the other chambers go?
Yeah,
Oh,
very smart. So Bluey, what did you roll for your intelligence check?
17.
On a 17, this room is structured in such a way, probably because it's one of the largest rooms, that it is going to be it's the most structurally sound room that you've seen so far, and it still looks that way. The stone is strong enough that it's not going to be bowled over by some fire or ice. And I know those are strong spells, but they were specifically designed to survive that stuff like that. So it looks okay.
Brian taking the painite from the smashed statues.
Mhm.
That doesn't do anything to.
No,
Okay,
No.
good.
it's but maybe that tells you something about its place.
Well, it's not of the room, ergo not of Carmentrand, and yes, for sure, those are kids who fed in.
Yeah, the idea being that if they can't take what's already there and use that, if they can make more, there you go.
Can we see the thing that big statue is holding?
Yes, it is sort of scattered on the ground amongst the shards of painite.
I'm going to pick it up.
Okay. You look at it in your hands, and it is a key, and you see Cass is still your raven's not there anymore. You see where Cass's raven was, there is a sort of slot in the door.
All right, I'm going to go and open it.
Also, the medicine check was a 28.
28.
So are you guys going to that's the scratched off bit, isn't it?
Yes. Cass, are you still catatonic?
I would think so, unless they've summoned Cass back, she would still be catatonic, yeah.
Then Cass, very quickly, to answer your question, because you previously asked me about what you saw, I'm going to send you a text.
There was two. So there was the first one.
Can you text them to me, and then I'll reply to you? Yeah.
And then if you guys summon her back, then she would come back.
I did not reply to you. I am sorry. Isn't this nice, guys? Also, if you're chastising Loran, Loran is taking it and nodding, and he says, "I'm sorry, I had a lapse in judgment. It's something I do instinctually, you see. That doesn't make it any better. I won't do it again.
No fire.
No fire, I promise."
Can I do a quick glance around the room to see if we can still see visions?
I mean, you saw it right up until You saw one right up until you hit the wall.
Okay. Is he still there?
Maybe a perception check.
We're really badly on this dice today. 16.
Okay. I'm going to reply to this question, and then I'm going to sort of describe to you what you see.
Okay.
By yourself. That doesn't mean anything. Okay. Okay, so, Ulster, as you take in your surroundings, kind of very slowly turning your head, still feel that presence there. And it does feel very present, like claustrophobic almost.
Can I tap into the Rand's thoughts again to see what he's seeing?
Of course. You see, almost as if looking through his eyes. He doesn't see a face, but you do see a pale manicured hand just kind of like resting on his shoulder and tapping its fingers almost against his skin.
Is that Talia's hand? I will pull him away.
He isn't speaking, and you think he's getting to the same point where Sarah's is, which is that saying anything is a risk.
Okay. How is everyone else looking, including Sarasa?
What's Sarah? Because he is NPC. Again, his mouth is a firm line. He looks a little bit ruffled from the flames. He is mostly unharmed, thanks to Sleer. Actually, entirely unharmed because he's got full healing. Thanks to Sleer. He's just being quiet, sticking to himself. Doria is the same, though her fingers are orange.
Okay. So no one's overtly interacting with the hallucinations at the moment.
Let's see. Cass, you're going to be exempt from this because, of course, you are catatonic at the moment and you're not really seeing the same thing everyone else is seeing. But Bluey, you standing there in the wreckage of this fight, and you see that child again, only this time joined by 3 more. We're kind of hanging at their heels. 4 in total, with that first one you saw being still at the centre.
Okay.
And you just hear them repeating a single word over and over again. It slowly starts as a whisper, but then it mounts to something that you can understand to be harvest. And it's a chanting that starts when they see also pick up the stones. And it does, Blue, just so you know, it does seem to be trying to get your attention.
I don't think Bluey has it in her to look away.
If you're looking right at them, the central one, again, how would they approach this? Okay. The original child says, "Why is this happening?" In a slow voice.
I'll just put OG child here.
OG.
Bluey points to like the shattered painite on the ground, and then like sort of gestures to like Brian's where his pockets would be, and then she goes, or as in, what is the this that the child is referring to? The collection of the painite, or like why the child is there? Because Bluey has an answer for one of them, but not the other.
Okay. As you mimic this thought, they nod, and then they say, "I don't understand."
Are Bluey's fingers even more orange at the moment?
They are orange.
Just.
I can't give you an answer until a little bit
Okay.
later on. I'm afraid.
All right.
Ooh, good. That's a good look.
Oh, hello.
I drew that whilst you were in A&E.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Was how that way, but it's already slightly better, maybe slightly better.
But anyway.
Okay. Sorry. If nothing's seemingly coming for us, I couldn't hear any kind of tremors.
Yep, nothing like that.
Sleer was able to heal.
Oh, wait, sorry. Sorry, hang on, Sleer. Wait a second.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
I was wondering if Slia was gonna get hit by the. But also, did the medicine check reveal anything that would have been?
Yes, I know. I know.
Okay. No worries. Am I rolling a D100?
Yes. One moment.
Okay.
oh yeah, medicine check. I forgot about that one as well.
Sorry. I had a PDF with all the wild magics. Hang on.
All good. All good.
Okay. Yeah. So what was your D100?
It's all zeros. I don't know how to read that.
That's 100.
100. Okay. I get to choose. Wait, I'm
You get to choose.
Hang on. Yeah. Can I help? Wait, no. Why not? Can I help? Please? Okay. Yes. So it's glitched out, so I can't see the other bits. But this side is. Oh my god. That one. That one.
Okay,
It's amazing. Okay, cool. That's so good. Yeah.
Somebody's like, oh my god.
Georgia, I need to ask you this question, just out of curiosity. What's your favorite potted plant that you have on your shelf right now?
Ooh, I quite like my hanging ones, which are
Is there one we can see?
um
One that's not annoying.
they're quite big. Hang on one sec. So you've got can
Okay.
you
So leave
see
one of
that
them.
one trailing?
Oh, you like that one? Yeah. Okay. So Sawyer looks like that now.
Oh wait, she's a stringy plant.
You turn into a potted plant until the start of your next turn. While you're a plant, you're incapacitated and
actually,
vulnerable to all damage.
This is even better. Slayer looks like this.
Sawyer looks like this. Slayer, you turn around and you're like, wait, if this is the stomach, that's going to lead to the heart. You point towards the left where George's raven, Cass's raven went, and then you turn into a pot plant.
You're welcome.
For 6 seconds, or
Yeah, for 6 seconds, we all stand there,
Oh.
look at each other, and look at the plant, and then Slayer pops back.
Oh,
Lauren
Well,
says,
that was
how
fascinating. Let's go to the heart.
Was that? Okay.
Can someone shake Cass awake at this point?
Yeah,
yeah,
Slayer's gonna
so will.
shake
He'll
Cass
pick Cass
awake.
up.
Yeah.
I'll pick Cass up. Come on, Cass.
Now, you guys picked up the stone key to the other
I've got it.
room. Are you
Are
going to go
we-
there, or are you going to go to the heart first?
I think if Cass is back,
Discretion
she's going to be like, if we're going to the heart,
It's scratched off.
that might be the way.
Yes.
I think if we go to the heart, we might not be able to come back. There's a lot of. Cass looks around at like the destruction, assuming her charred clothes, and is like, those are obviously the children. There's a lot in the heart. If we
Okay.
go there, we might not be able to come back here. I don't know what's behind this door, but
Then let's go behind this door and then try and double back.
Okay.
Would the medicine check have any idea of where that section goes?
I'm gonna look at it, see if I can figure it out.
What do you? Okay, that's a very good question.
could it be the
Um,
mind?
The brain.
The brain, yeah.
Yeah. So actually,
No, there's no anatomical sense to the map, so it has to.
no.
oh,
Yeah, the map itself, what you're actually seeing,
Yeah.
is affected by other things as well.
Mhm.
I think yes, the mind.
Okay. Let's go to the brain.
So you head to the doorway, and who has the key?
I do. He will not barge through the door. He has learned his lesson.
Actually, wait, before we go,
Oh.
rewind. In the heart, a bunch of kids that have been turned to Painite. Some of the ones which clearly weren't very magical or weren't magical at all are just ordinary stone. There's also a bunch of rifts that Elijah has clearly been making. One is really old and stable. There's a couple of really ones which aren't looking that stable. I don't know if we can safely disrupt them or not, but now you all know before we go into uncertain stuff.
Wow.
Are
Wow.
we sure we want to go into the room with all of the rifts?
Potentially not, but if we want to go into it, Elijah's clearly been there.
Then we
Can I try and scry on Elijah again?
Emma, I asked you another question, but I think
Yes.
so. But now they all know. Does this
Yes.
look like part of the where the portals from the lab were leading potentially?
Oh, you mean the you're thinking of the stable portal over the book, right?
Yeah.
Potentially. Potentially.
It's a
I
minus
mean, it would.
7. Epic.
it would make sense for him to be part of this because of all the painite and the strengthening. And if he wants to make a doorway, this would make the most sense.
Right. Roll your wisdom. So, roll with your 100 also.
69.
That's nice.
Hey! Aylin, with your gods and the Star Martyr, so someone has to be there to keep the doorway closed, is that right? Or what exactly is going on with that again? Because I feel like that links with your star constellation and might be what Elijah's trying to accomplish. Because he wanted to target you because of that as well, because of this link to Star Martyr.
Is that something Cass is asking Slia? Sorry, there was a little bit of.
It could. It could. Sorry, it's more. I feel like Cass would probably know because this conversation's probably come up. I personally, as a player.
Sorry, I'm getting this really bad echo and I can't focus.
The mic just in case.
Okay.
It may be okay.
So echo? No. Okay, it's gone. I don't know if Cass would probably know, but I think Cass could potentially ask, or it might just be. I don't know if Cass as a character would know. If she doesn't, then she would be asking this. If she does, it's me asking for clarification because I've been in and out a bit too much and I'm not exactly sure myself.
So the way I understand it is that Slia has to basically take the cloak of the Star Martyr from Cassiel, and she's supposed to wait till she sees the sunrise, I think, and then put it on, which hopefully will allow some dragons to come back, but not Tiamat. Eh? Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Does that make sense?
It does. So could
Yeah,
be
the way it
like
works.
wanting to make it so that maybe only Tiamat can come back. Or something like that.
Or that it cannot be closed.
Anyway, also sits down and scries on Elijah.
Sit down and scry. First of all, Ulster, all of the painite corpses around you burst into flowers. The painite itself, I think, probably also turns into flowers. Some of it.
Some of it.
And a single rose grows on your hair.
Yeah.
Then you scry on Elijah.
His eyes roll back.
I'm so
Chrissy,
sorry.
wake up. I don't like this.
Does the after sort of 6 seconds or so, does the painite stay as flowers or does it turn
Yes.
back to painite?
Stays as flowers.
Okay.
Now, Ulster, your vision bends. It's hard to say how you're moving through space at this point, considering you're in the tiers. But you do not have to go to another plane. Elijah is standing on a sandy beach
Is it the Melas beach?
with white buildings all behind him. And in the distance, following the line of sight, you see a small rowboat pull back into the docks.
Is that the one Valis is on?
Looks pretty similar.
Ulster dictates, even though he's blind. Loran, message Valis or Lynn and tell them to hide. Get out of there. And then he'll direct to the rest of the group. Elijah's here. He's coming.
Then we can't afford to delay.
Sorry, Ellen, didn't catch that.
Then we can't afford to delay.
Okay. So Loran throws out a sending.
This music always stresses me out.
I love it. It's my favorite one. Imagine playing Assassin's Creed whilst this was playing.
What's
in
the
the
song called?
background. This was for when you were trying to escape. It's called Countdown. It's horrifying. So, but anyway, Loran sends his message and he says, Valis, run. Hide. And for God's sake, don't let Elijah catch you. And as that spell wraps up, there's like a reverberation as it catches and echoes back to all of you out loud.
Loran,
I don't know if... I don't think it worked.
Slia, try.
Slia does the exact assuming that, like, from context clues to message Valis, and just says run.
Can Ulster still see Valis through Elijah's eyes? Or can he see anything through?
Can you... Hang on.
Also, what does Slia need to roll?
I've got 10 minutes in his head space.
Hang on.
Gracie, wake up.
So you can
I
talk
don't
to someone.
like
You can
this.
talk and communicate whilst he scries.
Yep, I can't see anything. All I can see is what I'm scrolling on.
Yeah. Okay, Slia, roll me a D100, please.
That's a 97.
Okay.
Why is the reception here so bad?
Mm.
Gracie, wake up. I don't like this. Gracie, wake up.
Sorry, it's a bit it's annoying. I downloaded a PDF, but half of it's corrupted, so it's actually cutting off the second half of the world magic table, which is really, really annoying. But I'm going to use this one.
Was Loran's effect that didn't work?
Loran's effect wouldn't have been obvious in outside of a combat scenario. Slia, a strange ethereal kind of mist and music surrounds you, and it's almost like a lullaby noise, kind of like lulling you back and forth. As you send your sending, and it's echoed back at you.
It's echoed back, as in it does the same as.
You don't think it's worked.
What am I seeing from Elijah's perspective?
It's far away, fair distance from the boat. But he's walking along the marina.
He doesn't know about Ballas. He's not his focus. We need to assume that Ballas can hide himself. If he could hide from me, then... Also sounds like he's trying to convince himself.
10 minutes, you say?
Yeah. Wait, also we'll say, we don't have much time. Someone carry me, go into the mind room, pull me out of it if you need me.
Cass will take the key then and do a quick investigation check to make sure that is the best way to open the door. If there aren't any traps, that sort of thing. And then just
Okay, make me an investigation check.
I think
Elijah doesn't even know Ulta's still alive.
No.
16.
The 16, it looks clean. It's just locked.
Okay, Cass will unlock it.
Same way as before, it slips up the seam and opens. Louis?
Blue will offer to either fully carry or help carry Brian, and will get her dart out and hovering.
You could probably carry Ulster by yourself without any issue. You might need to swap over at some point if you have to carry him for a long time. Should be okay.
I'd give him like two little taps on the arm or something before. Yeah.
He'll just let himself be picked up.
And you all move towards that doorway.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And as you walk Ulster, you watch Elijah reach the seam where stone meets wood on the docks.
He's coming.
Ballas and Lynn walk towards him. Looking over to the inn. Lynn kind of pulling. And then Ballas stops.
Run, Ballas.
And looks up as he passes Elijah. You can't really see the look on Elijah's face looking at him just from the angle that you are. But as you shift your perspective slightly to get a better angle, better look, there's a recognition, a bit of understanding. Stare.
Mm-hmm. So it feels like Ulster's holding his breath.
You know that scrying needs a trace.
Yeah.
And Elijah says, well, they shouldn't have left you here. And Lynn looks back just as Ballas yanks his hand out of hers, pulls up his dagger, and slams it into Elijah's thigh. Then pulls it. Hands shaking. No wound.
Stage dagger.
Did he freaking steal it again? Okay. No.
I'll leave it there.
No.
Fuck. No. No.
Emma.
No.
Emma.
No.
I'm sorry, guys.
Master of the cliffhanger.
Did I say last time I wanted to leave it on the cliffhanger before?
No, you cannot do that. I will not be happy.
Yeah, so I did it today instead of then.
Okay.
So much happier
I'm
it's
sorry.
today instead of before like a big break.
Yeah. Ooh.
So a lot of stuff. I'm really sorry if that was quite a heavy. That was quite a heavy session. I hope you guys were all okay with that. It's too late now. It's already happened. No, I'm joking about it.
You know, good for me to wrap on the recording.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.